Welcome back to my channel today. We explore the value of specific coins, the most valuable Abraham Lincoln wheat penny coins value in market. First up, the 1938D wheat penny in extra fine condition. Why is this coin so special? And what's it really worth today? The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, Lincoln himself, on the obverse for over 3 decades. From 1909 to 1958, these coins featured the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, giving them the nickname wheat pennies. But not all wheat pennies are created equal. Certain years, mint marks, and especially conditions make some coins incredibly valuable. The 1938D penny is one of those. In 1938, the world was on the brink of major change, with the Great Depression still affecting America. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D Mint mark, produced about 46 million pennies that year. That might sound like a lot, but when it comes to coins, condition is everything. The 1938D wheat penny was minted in Denver and is relatively common. But finding one in extra fine condition, especially after all these years, is pretty rare. Before we talk value, let's quickly go over what extra fine means. Coin grading is a way to assess the condition and quality of a coin. Grades range from poor, good, fine, very fine, extra fine, about uncirculated, and finally mint state, which is basically brand new. Extra fine, or XF, means the coin shows only light wear on the highest points of the design. You can still see most of the detail clearly. Lincoln's hair, the wheat stalks, and other features are sharp but slightly softened. So why is the 1938D wheat penny in extra fine condition valuable? First, it's about scarcity. While millions were minted, most pennies from that era were heavily circulated and worn down, especially since pennies were everyday change. Coins in XF condition have avoided the harsh wear and tear, making them desirable for collectors looking to fill spots in their collections with higher grade examples. The 1938D in XF condition strikes a balance, not quite uncirculated and rare, but definitely a notch above your typical pocket change. So what is a 1938D wheat penny in extra fine condition worth today? Prices can vary based on exact condition and market demand, but generally, you're looking at around $400 for an XF coin from this year and mint. That might not sound like much, but remember, this is a coin that once cost 1 cent. For collectors, it's a nice upgrade from the common worn pennies. And if you find one in even better condition, like about uncirculated or mint state, the value can jump dramatically, sometimes into the tens or thousands of dollars. If you're hunting for a 1938D wheat penny in extra fine condition, here are a few tips. Look for sharp details on Lincoln's hair, clear wheat stalk lines on the back, and minimal surface scratches or dents. Avoid coins that look flat, have corrosion, or heavy wear. Using a good magnifying glass or loupe helps. And if you're serious about buying, consider coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC to guarantee authenticity and condition. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1938D Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition is a small but valuable piece of American history. It's a coin that connects us back to Lincoln himself and to a very different era in the US. Next up, the 1940 for penny without a mint mark, particularly those found in black shade and damaged condition. What makes this coin so special? How much is it worth today? Stick around and we'll uncover all that and more. First, a quick history refresher. The Lincoln wheat penny was minted from 1909 to 1958. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln's profile, one of the most iconic faces in U.S. coinage history. The reverse side features two stalks of wheat, hence the nickname wheat penny. The 1940 for penny was minted during World War II, a period when copper was in high demand for the war effort. In 1944, pennies were primarily minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark, which indicates the mint location, is usually found beneath the date on the coin's obverse side. The 1940 for pennies from Denver carry a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S. However, pennies from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark at all. The 1940 for no mint mark penny is significant because Philadelphia was the main mint and produced the majority of these coins. However, the real intrigue comes when you find one in unusual conditions such as black shading damage or toning, which collectors sometimes call black shade damage. Black shade damage typically refers to discoloration or toning on the coin's surface. This can happen due to environmental factors like moisture, exposure to chemicals, or improper storage. While damage usually lowers a coin's value, some collectors find these variations intriguing because they tell a unique story about the coin's journey over time. So, what is the value of a 1940 for Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, especially one with black shade damage? Well, condition is king in coin collecting, and damage typically decreases value. A regular circulated 1940 for Philadelphia penny usually sells for about $250.00. That said, if the coin is extremely rare in terms of error or unique characteristics beyond just black shading, for example, misstrikes or unique die varieties, collectors might pay a premium. In such cases, values can jump to anywhere from $400 up to a few $1000s, depending on rarity and demand. If you're thinking about buying or selling a 1940 for penny without a mint mark in damaged condition, it's important to get it graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can provide a professional assessment of condition and authenticity, which can significantly affect value. Also, be cautious about black shade damage. While it doesn't add value, some buyers actually appreciate the uniqueness. Make sure to take clear photos and describe the coin accurately. Next up, the 1941 wheat penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history, and it's a favorite among collectors. Let's break it down from the basics and then get into the value you might expect if you find one in good condition. First, a little history. The Lincoln wheat penny, also called the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse side features two stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity. The 1941 penny was minted during a significant period in U.S. history right before the U.S. entered World War II. You might be wondering, what does it mean when we say without a mint mark? Well, in 1941, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically didn't have a mint mark. So if your 1941 penny has no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. Most 1941 wheat pennies aren't rare since millions were produced. However, their value comes down to condition. Coins that have been well preserved over the decades are highly sought after by collectors. The 1941 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark may not be the rarest coin out there, but its historical significance and copper content make it a great addition to any collection. In good condition, it's more valuable than just a penny, sometimes worth several dollars or even more. Next up, the 1950 to Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark, especially those found in black shade and dirty condition. What's the true value of these coins in today's market? Stick around because this video will break it all down for you. First off, let's get some background. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, which was revolutionary at the time. These pennies feature the iconic wheat ears on the reverse side, earning them the name wheat penny. Today, collectors highly prize these coins not only for their age, but also for their historical significance. Now, let's zero in on the 195 to D Lincoln wheat penny. The D mint mark tells us this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. While 1952 wasn't the rarest year for wheat pennies, the D mint mark adds an interesting element to its collectability. But here's the kicker. Many 1950 to D pennies you'll find today are often in circulated condition, some with heavy wear, dirt, or even darkened, blackened surfaces due to oxidation and environmental exposure. When collectors talk about black shade pennies, they mean coins that have developed a dark, almost black patina over time. This usually happens because of natural oxidation or chemical exposure. While this might sound like damage, a black shade doesn't necessarily ruin a penny's value. In fact, many collectors find that a natural patina can add character and authenticity, especially if the coin hasn't been harshly cleaned or altered. Condition plays a massive role in coin valuation. The Lincoln Wheat penny is graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MS70. Dirty or blackened pennies often fall into lower grades, typically good G, very good VG, or fine F. These grades indicate a lot of wear, dirt accumulation, or surface discoloration, but here's the important part. If the coin's details, like Lincoln's profile or the wheat ears, are still recognizable, the coin can still hold decent value. So what's a 1952D black shade wheat penny worth? Well, in dirty or heavily circulated condition, these pennies usually fetch between 600.00 cents at most coin shops or online marketplaces like eBay. But if you're lucky enough to find a cleaner specimen or one with some rare dye errors or exceptional toning, values can jump to several dollars or more. Keep in mind, the sheer volume of these coins minted makes truly rare 1952D pennies almost non-existent, so your coin's value hinges mostly on condition and eye appeal. If you're thinking about cleaning a blackened penny to make it shine, pause right there. Cleaning coins, especially old copper ones, often reduces their value drastically. The best approach is to gently brush off loose dirt without using harsh chemicals or abrasives. Preserving that natural patina keeps your coin authentic and more valuable in the eyes of collectors. To wrap it up, the 1952D Lincoln Wheat penny in black shade and dirty condition isn't the holy grail of coin collecting, but it still holds a nostalgic charm and modest value, typically under $1 unless it's in better shape or has special attributes. If you stumble upon one in your change, treasure it. It's a little piece of American history, minted over 70 years ago, bearing the image of one of our greatest presidents. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lincoln Wheat pennies, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting insights. Have a 1952D penny story or questions? Drop them in the comments below. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning.